Hey, how's everybody? It's your man, Where's Chuck? Yes. Thank you so much for welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. Missed everybody, man. I like to go live every week. Hey, this week, man, I'm really coming at you with something controversial. Maybe not so controversial. It's normal for me, okay? And want to invite you all in and see what you think about the subject. So tonight's subject is about age gap relationships, which you can see up on the screen. And I'm going to use this video right here just to give us an opening of where we're coming from this morning. Once again, uh, good evening where you are. You know what I mean? It's good morning where I am, Southeast Asia. I hope everything is going well. It's your man, Where's Chuck? Today we're talking about age gap relationships. I think I got some surprises for you. But first, I want to go ahead and just lay the groundwork of what we're trying to do here today. Okay, and let me see if I can bring this screen up. And let's just let the young lady tell us where she's coming from right here. All right, I hope everybody's having a good evening. Yeah, I'll stop that for a minute. I'll stop there for a minute because my guys are telling me that you guys can't hear me. So let's start where we need to start at. And let's get this sound going on. What's that sound audio? Real check, real check. What's that mic? Can y'all hear me? Put a one in the comments if you can hear your man, Where's Chuck, this morning. Yes, you guys can hear me now. Sorry about that. Hey, man, I see you guys right there. I'm over in the chat, man. I'm looking for this one too, player. This is a real one. I hope you guys can hear me okay. It's all right. Yeah, Victory Asher, what's up, man? Hey, good afternoon, man. Good evening, where you are. All right. Ah, that's a one in the chat. They can hear me pretty good. Hey, that's a one in the chat, man. So let's continue. Hey, man, these are my guys right here, man. Let's get into it, man. What do y'all think about this right off the bat with Ajima and Victory, man? What do y'all think about, um, these age gap relationships, man? Because, in my opinion, I have my own opinion, okay? And so, like the young lady alluded to, and you might not have heard her, but she was saying that in 8% of relationships here in Western culture, there is an age gap of a certain years. But the key thing of my conversation tonight is that uh, when you come out of the matrix, when you come out of the United States, the age gap relationships are handled very differently. First of all, there's no creepy connotation to someone that you might find attractive, somebody that you might like. It's never any um, creepy connotation if you're an older woman, older man. In this case, it's I see a lot of older men situations here with younger women. Now, we know how life goes. When there's supply and demand, and when there's economic issues that factor in, people have to make adjustments to make their life complete, to survive through this life. And so it's not uncommon where in third world countries or in other countries outside of Western countries that young ladies probably do get married at an earlier age or do have relationships when they're in their earlier age to men that's probably older. All right. So my point is that here in Thailand, I see a lot of older men with younger women. I must say, I've been here for 2 weeks, and I can tell that the women look at older men. I can tell that the women, are looking for whatever reason. They're looking at the older men here. I can't really speak about how the younger men are faring, but I know in the older man category, which I am in, that hey, that it's really happening. So I wanted to tell you that I met a nice young lady myself, okay? And she happens to be 29 years old. Now, I mean, I ain't no spring chicken, all right? And so, I'm 63, she's 29, but I got to just tell you right off the bat, and I want to make sure this point goes to some of my fellow YouTubers, which, we had some discussions and issues about how this subject could be handled. I was offended one day when somebody put up a video and said, "Oh man, my man is 50, the girl's 24. What in the world did they got going on? What in the world?" He just chastised everybody about it. Well, I'm 63, my girl's 29, so I guess she was talking about me. And I was offended because I already know how I roll. I didn't think I would come over here to Thailand and find a 29-year-old, but in my own situation, man, I've seen many young ladies who take time out for older brother. So listen, man. What's your opinion about that, Jima? Victory. What's your opinion about that? Do you have an opinion about that? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I am dealing with a young lady who has whew, come in and been very effective in my life. I mean, she's 29 years old. She lives 2 hours away from where I am in Chiang Mai City, and straight up off the bat, she put all my Matrix girlfriends to shame. That's what I want to say first. And I love my girls in the Matrix. Don't get me wrong, man. You know what I mean? But this young lady, after working where she works, she will come 2 hours to feed me. Okay. And so it's just very interesting how that can be the case. You know what I mean? Why would she do that? You could say, hey, her situation is a situation where she has to really put herself out there and make something happen. Well, she has a degree. She has a couple degrees in law. Together, we got 5 degrees. So, you know what I mean? I'm gonna just say right off the bat, we're not no dummies here. We're not no dummies here. So, whatever would make her do that, I'm glad she did. So the whole first thing is that who? Okay, so you're dealing with, in this particular case, you're dealing with age gap relationships. You're dealing with me and the young lady that I met here in Thailand. All right, we like each other. The first thing she did, she took me to the night market. She took me around to get supplies for the condo. She showed me some places. Right off the bat, I really liked the young lady. And the other thing she did is that she walked me through the night markets. We got some food. We got to know each other. Then she come and hang out with me, and man, she cleaned up my whole apartment. She cooks every meal for me. She's right there for me. She's got her own full time job, and so you got to understand how much I appreciate that. She acts like she really likes me. I like the girl. With me, because I'm not the one who, and I haven't showed a lot of pictures of her, but I'm gonna show you a picture of her tonight. The point I'm trying to make is that I don't really say too much about my relationships with the women, is because back in the day I had this style where, you know what I mean, I can't be promoting the women that I'm with. Oh man, how am I trying to say this shit, man? I'm trying to say something to you now. You know what I mean? Because I was a bartender club general manager, man. Good grief. Girls come out to the club without their dates. Oh man, that's as far as I want to go, man. So I don't really promote the women that I'm with, but I love my women, and here in Thailand, it ain't no different. So once again, age gap relationships are something that's very common these days. Now, let me get right to it. With post pandemic situations in some of these countries, man, these women are just chomping at the bit, and they have to get with someone that's going to help them with their life. Yes, they might need some financial help. Yes, they might need some emotional support. But man, I have never seen women more willing to give up their whatever they got to give up on their part to make something happen. You know what I mean? And I ain't going in on my Matrix girls, but I'm gonna tell you the truth that I've been knowing my girls for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. All right. And when I call them for something, the answer is usually no, flat out no. No, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing this. No, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing this. So, but I just got to tell you that I don't know why it happened or how it's happening. But here with my trip here to Southeast Asia, my mind is blown. I feel that I'm so glad that I had to step out the matrix to see what's really going on. My mind is blown. Can you hear me? Yeah, man, I'm using my phone as my light, man. So you know what I mean. It's just a little side side action here. But my mind is blown with the kind of treatment that is available, but in the United States and Western cultures, it has been turned around, bruh. It's a woman's game. That's why they feel that they can do whatever they want. They say whatever they want. All right, man, I'm rambling on, but I just wanted to give you some context of where we're coming from today. But hey, let me go to the chat, man. I'm gonna see what the people are saying. The Jima says you only live once, and you're both adults. Jima, yeah, I agree with you right there. But it's they said it was kind of creepy that hey, you walk through. Now she walked me right through the market, and I want to tell you the truth. Nobody even looked up at us at all. They didn't even see me yet here. Victory Asher says I dated a woman here in the States who's 25 years younger than me. Wow. But she was raised in the DR, so her mentality is different. I'm 56, she's 31. Her situation was difficult. I couldn't continue. Yes, Victory, that explains what I'm saying in certain countries, you know, like you say, her situation was difficult, could be difficult. She was needing to match up right there. Okay. Sometimes it's too difficult for you to match up. You know what I mean? And but from different cultures, that's easier for her to do. She's 31, you was 56. Y'all can match up there somewhere. Forget what people think. My wife will be around the 20 or 30 years old range and outside the matrix. Yeah. Yes. Yes, Victory. That's how it really rolls. And I must tell you, man, I really like my women. I really from back in the day, I love my women coming up. But I'm gonna tell you, man, they some of the meanest girls ever, man. I know for a fact I had one of the finest, meanest girls in the game. I recently just left one of the finest, meanest girls. You know what I mean? I got a girl that I've been knowing for 40 years. Basically, she was my first girlfriend, you know, and then we hooked up in the 20s, then we hooked up in our 50s, you know. That's my people. But she wouldn't even subscribe to my channel. Little small things. So I said, hey, she called me to, you know, she needed something from me. So she calls me for that. And then I say, well, yeah, I try to work with you, but I noticed that you and your daughter, you know, y'all my main people, but I noticed that y'all not subscribers to the Where's Chuck channel. And she was like, yeah, well, I don't really subscribe. She don't do WhatsApp. She don't do anything that I do. Ah, okay. Finally saw her on IG. She had her IG page long before me, and I finally saw her IG page. But the point is that she won't even engage with me. She won't. So she's calling me for some support. But I noticed she didn't even support me. So the question becomes, do you support someone who doesn't support you? And I'm like, come on, what is this? And I notice as I look back, I'm fighting this woman over these little issues right here. Once again, it doesn't really happen all over the world. You guys are gonna have to think about what's really going on here. All right. And I don't blame the women. Okay. I don't blame the women at all. Because society also was promoting this, was or is promoting this. And so let's take it to this level here. Uh, let's take it to this level here. Hold on, I see a cat right here. It's Malcolm Mans. He's saying, "Yo, Chuck, yeah, this is my people right here in Medellin. I haven't heard from them for a while. It's good to hear from them. Okay, that's good. So, what you got to say, Malcolm? Man, tell me what you got to say about people from age gap relationships. Got this young lady, man. She about 35 years younger than me, but we match up real strong. But look, let me get back to my rant on where I think the bigger picture is that there is the women are only a byproduct of what the narrative is. And in the United States and in the West, that narrative was undercover to really slow that black man down, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? The narrative is let's monitor these men. Don't let them get all loose like that, because shit, they can take over and do whatever they want to do if the women are right there with them. So at one point, man, I'm old enough to tell you that. At one point, man, the black man was just like this. They was tight together. You couldn't move. You know what I mean? 1968, Black Power. All right. And Afro picks and Afro combs, and we are black. Black is beautiful. And then women was right there with us. Since then, we find a clear pattern of narrative and situations trying to separate the black family as far as I'm concerned. So the women are just a byproduct. The point is that there's been many mechanisms that have been put in place to, I think, slow the black family down as a whole, and certainly slow that black man down or monitor that black man. And so at this point, it's damn near dead. I would say it's terrible. There's no way the work I put in for 40 years in the States would earn me nobody to call on the phone, nobody to come cook me dinner, feed me, make sure I'm okay without battling, without paying through the nose. There's no way. So I know something's up. So sometimes I don't even blame the women, but I'm gonna ask you guys straight up: is that do you think that the narrative in the West is causing some of these problems, the behavior of women? And at this point, man, them women, whoo, man, them women act so bad, man. They act so bad even when they travel internationally, they don't speak. I saw, I've been rolling here for a couple of weeks. The other day I saw some, Nubian princesses come out of the front door of this building. They didn't even look up and speak. It ain't but 1,000 people over here in Chiang Mai that's black. You come out of town, you see the brother King, you don't say nothing, and something is wrong. Hell, yo, still life. That's my dude. Matrix women add a little value to men and don't understand or act like they don't. Yes, that's the thing, man, is that they don't really be bringing a darn thing to the table. And they swear that they just, got it going on. It's unbelievable to me, man. It's really unbelievable. The point is that I know you guys been to the DR. I haven't even been there. Let me first of all say that. That's where you start getting that different treatment coming out of the States. I know you guys been to Colombia. All right. I see my man Malcolm right here. He can tell you all about that. And I know you guys can see a different behavior uh, uh, with things like that coming out of the States. What am I saying? Even in Mexico, man, Playa's a little tough, but man, the Mexican women, man, I got along with them great. Mexico, DR, Colombia, you start getting a different feeling than you do in the States. But I'm gonna tell you, man, when you come out of them time zones, it does change the mentality and the narrative changes. Man, in Thailand, I'm telling you, I didn't know what kind of woman I would run into. But this young lady came, took control of the situation. She's my people, man. She's coming over tonight to cook dinner for me and Straight Talk John. John's over there in the A building. I'm over here in the B building. We at the Astra. We doing pretty good. We got the condos going on, but this young lady's coming from 2 hours away to cook us dinner tonight. She's already at work right now. And so I could call my girls I've been knowing for 40 years and ask them, could you cook for me? They're going to tell me no. You guys handle that. Compare that to your own self. Hey, top of the morning, where's Chuck? Habla Conmigo TV. Conmigo, hey, man, I appreciate you, man. You know what I mean? My teacher, man, my co-teacher out there teaching me a lot about this game. And I appreciate you, man. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate that so much, Omar, man. I appreciate y'all for stopping by, guys. So yeah, man, the subject matter is one that came up for me because man, all of a sudden I find myself into a monster age gap relationship, and I like this girl. You know what I mean? She's a little chubby. I'm a little chubby. Feel me? She keep feeding me, and I'm like, yo, I can't really eat like that. She was like, man, you're gonna eat these. You're gonna eat this rice right here. So I'm having a great time, man. And so, today I want to just come on and talk about that. And should I open up the chat in case you guys want to come in and come on camera and talk with me? But right now, I appreciate you just kicking in your comments and flowing with me with the conversation. I was supposed to make it to Chiang Mai, but I got hurt and didn't make it. You'll have to do a overview of the town. Yeah, Strill, this town is a nice town, man. You see, I got my shirt on, so I'm feeling Chiang Mai City, baby. I'm telling you, I feel that I got to steal this what my man said about Playa del Carmen. He called me the other day. He said when he was here, he felt born again. So I'm gonna just tell you, man, I felt born again. I feel born again. All right, and so I feel born again right now, and I just got to train, man, because girls feed me too much, so I got to keep myself together. But the point is, man, I feel great. I know for a fact that this is not even, I haven't even seen but one, two, three, four black men up here since I've been here. And nobody has really looked up to look at me. They haven't, I'm no factor to them. It's very beautiful feeling. And so, man, I'm involved with a planned years tour here in Southeast Asia. So I plan to be here. Plans, you never know how they work out. But this young lady here, man, I'm already messed up because, man, I got to go to 5 more cities. And this is my girl. I'm something to bring her with me in every city. Pattaya, Patong, Hue Hin, and back to Bangkok. So, I don't know how this thing is going to work, but this girl here, she's a winner. All right. Hey, Malcolm says, how long you been there? Yeah, man, I've been here for about a month right now so far. And every day has been a beautiful thing. I'm just telling you, I was a little bit, uh, you know, my mind was a little bit shook up here when I was back in the Matrix because I just had to wait. I was waiting for my trip. And, it was like a gap of 2 months. And I was around some good people. I was around some real good people, and they was handling me, and they was really taking care of me. But my mind was just, I don't know what was happening with me. I was trying to. It was my time to leave the matrix. Okay, I was ready to go. So, you know what I mean. I'm just getting myself back together because those 2 months that I went back to the matrix was really rough for me too. Okay, I thought I had already cut my teeth on the international game, and I was out there, but I had to make a pit stop, and it was a beautiful pit stop because it earned me a trip around the world. But I didn't know that, so mentally I was just saying, "Man, I messed up my own international game right here." But no, it wasn't messed up. So sometimes if you got to go regroup, go ahead and regroup. You come out, dust yourself off, and you ride for another day. All right. So that's what I was doing. So now I'm just so happy to be here trying to get myself together. And on the first hours of being here, the young lady showed up and she was like, okay, I got you. You're done. I was like, wow. Which city is better, Chiang Mai or Phuket? Victory, I don't really know. I don't really know because we're on, when I say we, it's my man Straight Tell John. He's rolling with me out in New York City. He's my man in Mexico also. The point is that I don't know yet, but we're going to Phuket in November. We're going to stop off in Pattaya. And after about next 8 days, we're going to leave out of Chiang Mai. We're going to go to Pattaya, and then we're going to go to Phuket after that. So I'm going to let what I think that I like in some of the cities. Keep in mind that we're up in the mountains. Chiang Mai is away from the action. I can tell you that right now. So it depends on what you come for. You come to super party, you want to go to Phuket, you want to go to Patong. Feel me? You want to go to Bangalore Road. You want to go ahead and get in there. It's busy, you know. And but up here in Chiang Mai was the perfect place for me because man, I'm already a club man. And so I was chilling on the clubs. I just wanted to do other stuff. I ended up going to the temples, to the night markets, to some of the restaurants, checking out some of the street food and people and the women there on that tip, man. Hey, in the night market, bro, I don't care where you live at. These night markets, it got all the women there. You go to a night market, man, look at my videos, please. Come on, y'all, look at my videos. I show you the night market. That's where the women are. So when I say night market, I'm not talking like I'm walking around with bags of groceries. I'm talking, well, we did have bags of all kind of food. But what I'm saying is, man, it was people out there. Showing up people dressed up, making a move. This is what it is. So these night markets are great for me. But if you want to party, you got to go to Pattaya. You got to go to Patong, no doubt. You got to go to Phuket. So it just depends. So, I'm a young old dude, so I like to party. But I know for a fact that I also, need to just do other shit that's around the town, learn some of the history, learn some of the people, and things like that. Strill Eye says, man, I noticed European black people don't really speak, but you run into travel bros from the US, they show love. Now, hold on. You got it, Strill. Strill. That's perfect. That's perfect right there. That's perfect because that's perfect right there because let me go through that and let me get this right here. Yeah, I see something else going on here too, which I can appreciate. But what I want to say is that still you're right because um, hold on, yeah, you notice the European blacks they don't speak now. Look, I couldn't tell who these black women were. They could be, because John said, man, they might be off the continent, motherland, or they could be from Europe, and they could be Matrix chicks. Either way, they wasn't trying to hear. All right. But I ran into Trey, who was out of Miami. Please look at my channel. I think I got a short video on Trey today coming up on my channel, and he is out of Miami. He's here. He had already been to Patong and Phuket. He was like, man, Chiang Mai is tired. I said, yeah, man, you're a young dude, man. He was only like 30 something years old. I feel where you're coming from. You know what I mean? But the thing is, the travel bros, they stop and give you love, man. But still, the women, they might not. So you just got to see how it goes. Yeah, Malcolm X says, where do we send money to support the channel? Man, that's great, man. I feel you right there, man. That's my Vegas Playboy Cash App right there, because I'm not monetized yet, but I'm rolling up there, man. I would appreciate anybody. You just want to send something to support the channel, man, because at this point I'm fully committed full time to the channel, and and everything helps. I haven't really gotten a donation, for my channel at all at some point. But I just want to tell you that I'm committing to the channel. I'm here. I'm so serious about what I want to do, and I appreciate anybody take the time to come through. And I see some of my guys; they be right here with me though, so you don't have to. I'm not really telling you got to support. I'm just reading Malcolm's comment right here, but I do appreciate the support. The only way right now is that Cash App. So that's Vegas Playboy Cash App. And go ahead and get that, man. Send me a few dollars and let me keep going up here, man. I do appreciate it. Because I just want to tell you the truth. On a side note, man, when you get the chance to break out that matrix, you go. My budget is a challenging budget. It's not a world class budget where I can just move around the world. I might make it look like that, but it's not really like that. So I'm really trying to grow my channel to earn a few dollars there. I am retired, so I do get a retirement check, but man, that check is just right on the line there, boy. So yeah, I can use all the support I can get. So I'm a grown man about that. And so yeah, Mal, I do appreciate you saying that. I really do. Really, I do. So yeah, Still Life, man. Check to see if they started back the full moon party in Copenhagen. I guess they did. My main trade that I just spoke of, he went to the full moon party. They did start it back up. They did. Is what you want to see. A crazy night at the beach. I have never seen that before. It's once a month on the full. Oh, it's once a month on the full moon. Yes. Yeah, they started that, and Trey told me about it, and it was all good. You know what I mean? And so let's talk about the women. So if anybody has been here, man, what do y'all think about the women? Because not even a woman my age has even looked at me. You know what I mean? The younger women are out here. Okay, the younger women are out here, and I found myself talking to the young lady, and she says, "Yeah, I was." And I went, and don't get me wrong, if you're going to get a date right off the top, you have a date waiting for you when you come Southeast Asia. You want to get on Thai friendly. You know what I mean? And unlike other places where you got to watch your online profile and your dating profile, here they feature the dating profile. Tinder, Thai friendly. So these are the sites that you want to go into before you get here. It'll be a young lady waiting for you right in the lobby. Okay. And so that's what happened to me. I was on Type Friendly and I met the girl, but man, she had different plans. By the time I hit the streets here in Chiang Mai, I already had a girl. You know what I mean? And I appreciated her too, man. It was just like, I was glad she was there. But she was talking and I saw her profile. Profile said she was 27 years old. I didn't even see that until I was dealing with her for 3 days. Then I went back to her and I asked her, I said, "You 27?" She said, "No, that's the old profile. I'm 29." So, you know what I mean? So, um, either way, 29, 39, 49, man, my girl at home, man, she's 59. She's fine as you can be. So the age don't really bother me, up or down. I just want you to be a true person, man. Come hang out with the brother, man. Let's go do something together, man. So that's more of what I'm into. So, anybody got any other stories about any Thailand or women? That's where I am right now. I find them to be quite attractive. Oh, by the way, young lady I met is really from South Thailand. Ooh-wee. All the time I find geographically that the women in the South have darker skin. So she's Thai, but she's like a, a dark, her arms are dark. So I asked her, I said, wow, you really, you really know all the ad libs and you know all the Western style, like all my slang and everything. She adjusted to it immediately. And I was like, man, what, on the third day, I was like, are you Thai? Did you grow up in Thailand for real? Cause then I was like really stretching. I was like, you act like you black. And she said, yeah, well, as far as Thailand is concerned, we were born, I am from the South. We are considered black. All right, cool. So I didn't know that part right there. All right, so we learning stuff every day about this, man. But and I can tell by your comments that all y'all are already down with how this thing goes outside of the matrix. But it is true that inside the matrix, man, this is a tough deal. Now, most of you guys are not my age, but I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. You can have all the girls you want, man. You hit 59 and 60 years old in the States, they're gonna start writing you off. Well, especially if you're the player type. You know what I mean? You ain't kicking out cash to keep your game strong. If you just resting on your own player laurels, man, they're gonna get rid of you in your 60s. They pretty much don't have that much more, room for you, what to do with you. But I got to tell you the truth is that, you know, in my life, hey, you know what I mean? My life just started at 60, and I started feeling like, hey, I survived that. I'm feeling pretty good. So, but I did notice that I was getting kicked to the curb. All right, by all my people, like I don't pretty much have no more use for you. Wow, well that's so funny, man. So as soon as I left, my use came back. All right, so it's just very interesting how certain people, deal with certain things. Hey, listen, yeah, man, let me clear my throat, get some tea. Hey, you guys go ahead and chill out for a minute. I'll be right back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How's everybody, man? So where's Chuck Channel, man? We just going through this live right here, and we just speaking about different things about how it is to be in the United States, how it is to be traveling internationally, and right here, yeah. Hey, so Malcolm, hey, tell us about Colombia, man. How do you feel about the women there, the older women, the younger women? What are you dealing with there in Colombia, and how they deal with you there? And while I'm talking to Malcolm, man, tell me where have y'all been where you were the prize when you come in out of town, no matter what your color, what your age, you could feel that the people are saying, "Hey, this man is viable. This man is worthy." But man, I got to tell you the truth, man. I'm getting some treatment right now that I just did not expect. At this age and being out of the country I grew up in. But I must say that I am so much for what is going on right now in my life. All right. And so, man, if you guys see my Instagram or you seen my, and I'm gonna throw some links up because I don't think you guys all know my Instagram and stuff. But man, I'm all over Thailand here every day, taking some pictures of what's going on. I want to show y'all what it is, boots on the ground. The trip itself was spectacular. It was a typhoon. Yeah, they don't have hurricanes over here. They got typhoons. So on the way out of the states, it was a typhoon. So my plane it adjusted, man. They went into Tokyo. They went to Japan. Then went straight down. You know what I mean? I changed planes in Hong Kong. So it's just I didn't expect that. And so it was so nice. So I feel like I really got a chance to get out. But man, I got to tell you, man, I got a date tonight by a nice young lady who is making sure that she's taking care of me. I'm going to say it straight up. I tried to pay money at the market, and she 3 times told me to put my money up. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, now I'm starting to feel this right here. Put my money up. Put my money up. Okay. So since then, I spent a few dollars, man, just to make sure that we got some food. She'll cook it, but I'll buy it. So I'm not trying to, play nobody. Be in here for no cash. Throw up no cash. I'm gonna give up whatever I got and make it happen. But it's just wonderful to be around somebody that will dig in their pocket as much as you will. Make sure that you're having a cool time, and that's what's going on right now. And so, yeah, the young lady, man, her name is Arliss, and she's a nice young lady. And I'm gonna tell you, man, I don't know how I even hooked up with talking to her, but her face was just so real and so sincere. But man, her actions was 10 times, you know, as strong as her facial features. All right, so look, guys, yeah, man, I just wanted to kick it with y'all for a minute today, and it is cool to see everybody out there. I know it's Friday night, man. Y'all got to get going and doing what y'all doing. But right here, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. All right, I'm drinking my ginger tea and lime. But man, let me tell y'all that I got some lives coming up on Sunday and on Wednesday. I'm trying to get my timing right because I'm opposite of you, but I'm going to stay busy and I'm going to move around town now. I'll have the lives at different locations right now, moving around. I'm a little bit more comfortable, and I got signals everywhere now. So let's stay in touch. But man, tonight I'm so thankful that you stopped in for a minute and gave me some feedback on the subject. And don't get me wrong, we'll be in touch. I got another live coming up Sunday. And so, as I always do, man, I want to say thank you to Ajima and to Victory. You know what I mean? To Omar. And Omar's doing good work over there. He got a mastermind class going on. He's teaching in Spanish. You know what I mean? I got Malcolm Mans. It's good to hear from you, Malcolm. And Strill Life. My dude. Yes. I appreciate when you guys stop through, man. You guys have really always been with me from the beginning of my channel. Okay. And so right now, the Where's Chuck channel is fully committed. We fully locked in. I'm trying to stay out here for a year on the Southeast Asian tour. Okay. I'm trying to stay out. All right. I was almost depressed. I had to go back to the States for a minute. But y'all already know what I'm talking about, man. But yeah, man, until Sunday, man, let's get it together, man, and hopefully y'all come back in. I have another subject to speak about. Peace to y'all, man. Have a good evening, man. I'm going to go ahead and close it out. And, man, it is always good to connect with the brother, especially when you're so far away from home, man. So once again, man, I'm out. It's peace. It's Where's Chuck.